Before we get started, please, if you haven't already, check out my previous video. Okay, so first off, let's just go ahead and get this out the way. Remy is a legend. Well, I mean, the dog is a legend. You see, I think the only thing that could be debated about Remy Martin is where he sits at in the Hall of Fame. His story is very unique, and so is his owner's thoughts and opinions on certain things. So without further ado, let's get into this timeline. Now, basically, the story goes, Remy was produced by Byron Johnson of Ruckus Kennels. Remy is off of Razor's Edge Blue and Razor's Edge Sage. Remy is a 100% Razor's Edge dog, top and bottom. And also, side note, if you checked out our previous video, you'll know who created the Razor's Edge line. Okay, so now, here goes the interesting parts. Remy was actually passed up on a lot of people. He was the last puppy of the litter. He was actually purchased 3 times, but each time he was backed out because he looked very sickly and bony. But behold, Fabian Chichester purchased Remy for a total of $500 and a treadmill. Now, I will get into that in a minute, so stay tuned. But what happened was when Fabian bought him, he was very hesitant on keeping Remy because he looked, as I mentioned, very sick and underweight. But to his surprise, Remy filled out exceedingly quick. Now, here's the thing that I wanted to bring up that I thought was very interesting. But Remy was born in 2003. And around that time, blue dogs were still the go-to dogs to get. And they were still a phenomenon. People were tired of red dogs, and blue dogs just became the thing that people wanted to see more of. And when Remy started to really fill out and, I guess Fabian really started to show him and stuff like that, Remy had this look, right? Remy was a rusty blue fawn. And the thing is, people really liked Remy. I guess not really, I don't really think people really care too much about his coat. I don't know. But what people really liked about Remy was that he had an attitude, right? He had a nice fiery attitude. Not trying to say that he's a game dog or anything like that, or not to say that he was game or anything, but he definitely had an attitude that people weren't really seeing too much in the American Bully at the time. Now, if you remember, I kind of mentioned Remy's owners. I thought that his opinions and thoughts were kind of unique. So what I meant by that is that Fabian never classified Remy, right? And I think this would be very kind of wow. I didn't know that, but Fabian never classified Remy as a bully, right? He's always referred to Remy as a pit bull, right? Now he's always, he's also kind of mentioned that he believes that he's an extreme pit bull, but he's never really referred to him as a bully, right? He's always referred to him as a pit bull. Right. On his paper, he was a pit bull anyway, but he always referred to him as a pit bull. And really, I'm telling you guys, if you haven't checked out that video that I made, I think right now would be the best time to go ahead and do that. But regardless, it's now funny to kind of look back on, he bought Remy for $500 on a treadmill. He was able to spawn a t-shirt company, a kennel club, and a whole line off of this dog in, one lifetime. Hell, he had enough money afterwards to buy his own treadmill service or treadmill company, whatever. As he described, his mantra was one dog, one line. Remy is very reminiscent to the notorious Juan Gotti, where a lot of dogs back then definitely looked like him, but that's because that their whole kennels were spawned off of one dog. They were all spawned off of one stud, so it's one look. As I said, will always be a legend, and his contributions to the American Bully as a breed will never be forgotten and will always be appreciated. I'm glad to say that some of my dogs have Remy in their pedigrees, not too far back, as I may say. Long live Remy Martin. I appreciate you guys coming out today. See you later.